Welcome back to Coding Goblin, and welcome back to another video of my face, and welcome to the darkness. Yes, very spooky. Those of you that have been watching this channel for more than 5 minutes may be aware that I am not the biggest fan of AI. In fact, I have said that it is a load of rubbish previously, and this was based on my personal experiences using ChatGPT. Basically, to cut a long story short, I asked it to do a task which was create a WordPress plugin. It did a very good job initially. I was very impressed. It created the exact same plugin that I had made. Well, it was actually better than the plugin I had made. And then I asked it to do the exact same thing again, and it basically just came out with a load of nonsense. Now, this was about 2 years ago. So, you know, technology has come a long way in that time, but this was when everyone was getting so hyped about ChatGPT, and including myself, to be honest, I was very impressed when I did get certain results. But the problem I found was, sorry, I'm dribbling. The problem I found was it was really inconsistent. It was really inconsistent. And I was asking myself, how can I rely on any of the code provided by ChatGPT? And I think that is a very good question, and I still think that is a very valid point. I don't think you should rely on code provided by ChatGPT. However, I have had a massive shift in my opinion about ChatGPT in particular, because that, let's be honest, that is all I've been using. That is all I've used. I haven't messed around with any of the other services out there. So I'm only talking about ChatGPT here. But I have had a massive change of opinion, and that is because I've realized how it's useful. And to be honest with you, I've really neglected using it over the last 2 years. And had I been using it, I think I would be, well, I don't know if I'd be in a different position in my life. I don't know if that's a bit extreme to say, but I think I would be very much less annoyed by things that I do daily, coding, and I think I'd be more efficient and productive. And that's a key word here, productive. So recently, nearly fell over. Recently, I have been working on a software as a service, and I teased a little comment about this in a previous video, and I am going to be doing a video about this very soon, talking about this software as a service that I have built, which I'm very, very pleased with. And part of the reason I'm so pleased with it is because it was so easy and quick to build. And part of the reason for that is, well, I'm going to give myself a huge amount of credit here. Mainly it's me and my brain, but part of the reason is because I use ChatGPT heavily, and I didn't use it in the way that I thought it should be used. I used it in a way that was actually useful. So let me explain what I'm talking about. When I first kind of came across it, as I just previously mentioned, I thought it was going to be like the solution to replace your brain. But what I've come to realize is it's actually a tool to help your brain and to help you be more productive. So instead of asking it to complete huge tasks like creating a whole flipping WordPress plugin, which it can do, by the way, it can do depending on what you want it to do, I found myself asking it to do things like specific eloquent queries in Laravel. And these are tasks where they are easily done by myself, but they are quite taxing on the old brain. So I did have to use a lot of brain power. And what was happening when I was doing all this myself was I was getting more tired, and I was not able to do as much work per day as I am when I use ChatGPT. So I wouldn't just get a query, for example, and then rely on that and just assume it's right. I would ask for the information, I'd ask for the query, and then I'd have a look at it and I'd go, whoa, do you know what? That's exactly what I was after. And then I would use it. So what I was finding is the productivity I was getting out of my days was ridiculous. I was just in pure flipping flow state for days on end, just building this thing. And I'm not going to give, like I said, I'm not going to give all the credit to ChatGPT, but I tell you what, it deserves a lot of credit, a lot of credit. And the thing is, I was only using the free version of ChatGPT. Now there is a paid version. I'm sure you know all about this. To be honest with you, you lot probably know more about ChatGPT than I do, because I've neglected it. As I've said, I've really neglected it. So yeah, there's a paid version. By the way, this is not a sponsored video by ChatGPT. Not a sponsored video. I'm just saying how, you know, I was wrong. Like, I slated it, and I feel a bit bad because I didn't really give it a chance. But anyway, whatever, getting sidetracked. So there is a paid version, which is probably even better. Now, I did try out part of the paid version where you can actually talk to ChatGPT and it talks back to you. It's like having an assistant. Me and the flipping robot were solving problems. It was incredible. It was so, I was blown away by it, actually blown away by it. So the point, which I think you're getting, the point is, if you use it as like a little assistant, or as a tool to make you more productive, as a tool to get it to do simple tasks for you, if you give it structured data and tell it you want stuff in a certain structure, it's very good at that. Don't ask too much of it. Don't expect too much of it, although it is capable of doing amazing things that will blow your mind. Yeah, if you use it in that way, you will get great results in terms of productivity and efficiency. One example of something I asked it to do the other day. So if you watched my previous video where I created a WordPress website in a very short amount of time, uploaded it to Cloudways, live server, and did all that, I mentioned, do you know what? You don't need to get a logo sorted as a priority. Now, as a test, I literally said to ChatGPT, hey, this is the name of my brand that I'm creating. I need a logo of, so the brand is mileagemonkey.com. I need a logo of a monkey, cartoon monkey, driving a van. And to my amazement, now I know image generation. This isn't new. Look, I know that you lot are all aware of the amazing image generation stuff, but I didn't know that I could just do this through ChatGPT. I thought I had to use like Midjourney or whatever. Is it called Midjourney? I think it's called Midjourney. That sort of stuff, right? If it's not called Midjourney, I don't know what Midjourney is, but I think it is. That sort of stuff. I just asked it in the completely free version of ChatGPT to come up with this logo, and the results are ridiculous. It is so good. So yeah, I was wrong, basically. I was wrong. And yeah, I'm really sorry that I was so opinionated on something that I hadn't really given enough of a chance to be that opinionated on. I still don't think that it's going to replace web developers anytime soon, but I'm maybe not as confident that it isn't going to, as in it might do at some point, to be honest with you, because it was ridiculous. Anyway, I'm probably preaching to the choir at this point, because I'm sure you lot have a lot more experience with it than I do. So sorry about that. I probably sound like a bit of a newcomer to it. Well, I am a newcomer to it. So yeah, only 2 years late. It's always good. Anyway, what you lot been up to? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're working on. Do all that fun stuff. Like the video, subscribe to the video. How does this dark room situation seem? Weird or good? Let me know. All right, watch this video. The end.